You are not going to want to miss the final section of this video where Kyle Kulinski threatens to beat the shit out of me. It is scary, terrifying, in fact. I'll give you a taste of that right now.
We need to bring back whoopings. We need to bring back when somebody crosses a bright red line in society, they need to know that they crossed that bright red line.
Kyle, no, don't beat us up, dude. Nothing makes me more terrified than a Democrat man with bleached hair in a blazer that says he's going to beat me up. All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back. Lots to get to. So we have confirmation that this was organized on Discord and that there are 20 Discord users who are being hunted by the FBI for being involved in the planning and the foreknowledge of the assassination of Charlie Kirk. I feel like I called that. Like immediately. And I feel like I called it that Discord was lying also. And that has been confirmed by the FBI because Cash Patel said that they are hunting for at least more than 20 other Discord users. So we're going to get into that story. And again, thank you to the Patriot Act. That is how you can't lie anymore about things like that, Discord. Okay. So we'll get into that story. We've also got a huge thing here where the Utah District Attorney is reading the text messages between the shooter and the roommate for the first time publicly that happened right after the killing. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Okay. I wasn't expecting much from this, and then I watched it. I was like, whoa. Okay. So we're going to get into that as well. And then we're going to look at, more leftist threatening violence. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen this clip yet, but Destiny said that, conservatives need to be afraid of getting killed in this country for them to get. It's one of the craziest quotes I've ever heard. Now, after I show you that, I'm going to show you another clip of him that's rather notable. Okay. And we got a bunch of other stuff to get to. So just settle in. Okay. And welcome to all of my new subscribers. I've gained like 10,000 new subscribers in like the last 4 days. So welcome everybody. I appreciate you guys subscribing. And if everybody would like this video, if you like it, that would be amazing. Okay. So I'm going to start right here before we get into the more serious stuff with this right here. This is an Office Depot. Okay. These guys went in there to print out what you can see right here were flyers for a vigil for Charlie Kirk. And this is what happened at Office Depot. Okay.
So we came in for an order earlier to print a poster for a vigil tonight.
Yeah, so
for somebody that passed. It's not
it's propaganda. I'm sorry, we don't put that here.
Alrighty. So, what's your name?
Beryl, I'm print supervisor.
I'm one of the managers.
Yes.
So, unfortunately, we
so
do not
they
print,
say they don't print political
print
propaganda.
No.
So this is somebody that passed away.
Yeah. So we don't print political propaganda. Okay. Office Depot. Now, in fairness, they fired them. Okay. The Office Depot fired them. But, you take a look at these. Like, look at these people. Look at her. Okay. And then look at the other one.
So this is for a prayer tonight, for a prayer vigil?
Mm-hmm. It's still propaganda, unfortunately.
What makes it propaganda?
Because he's a political figure and I don't have to. Yeah.
Our general manager is going to be in on Monday. If you
No,
want to
it's
speak
totally
further
okay.
on
No,
the
we have-
subject,
we have
if you would like to,
you are welcome to return.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just another one of those things, though. They're gone. They're fired. And again, I just want to reiterate, I love being in this timeline, dude, because they used to be able to get away with that. That's the kind of thing that there would be an absolute uproar online on our side for, and nothing would ever happen. You were like, is it rocket science? Like, is it rocket science for a common sense person to decide who's in the wrong here? Okay. People come in and they're organizing a vigil for a political speaker. No, he's not even he's an activist, speaker, organization owner, whatever. I don't even know, whatever. He's a man, and you wanted to organize a vigil for him because he got murdered. And they're like, no, we're not going to help you with that. A national corporation, the most recognizable one in its space in the world, Office Depot. And you're like, yeah, can we go ahead and print these flyers? You're all, no, it's political propaganda. It's literally a vigil. We just want to pray and, and remember someone that we all cared about. They're all political propaganda. Go ahead and let us know if you want to print one for, I don't know, fill out, some left-wing radical that just blew up a building. It's fine. That's totally fine. But Charlie Kirk, no way. So anyway, that happened. And now let's go ahead and take a look at this. So this is going to be, these are the messages between the shooter and the shooter's roommate immediately following him like fleeing the scene and having shot him. And then, supposedly the roommate didn't know that he was going to do this. I can't, honestly, I'm very curious what you guys are going to think, because when you read these messages or when you hear him read the messages, they do come off genuine as if the roommate didn't know, but I find it extraordinarily unlikely that this kid was spazzing out at all of his family dinners and screaming about Charlie Kirk. He couldn't control himself to the point where everyone in his family knew how much he hates Charlie Kirk, but he was able to like keep it under wraps that he was planning to murder him with the person that he lives with who is trans. I find that extraordinarily hard to believe, but you guys tell me what you think. All right, let's take a listen.
Police interviewed Robinson's roommate, a biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson. The roommate told police that the roommate received messages from Robinson about the shooting, and he did provide those messages to police. On September 10th, 2025, the roommate received a text message from Robinson which said, "Drop what you're doing, look under my keyboard." The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, quote, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." Police found a photograph of this note. The following text exchange then took place. After reading the note, the roommate responded, "What? You're joking, right?" Robinson, "I am still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you." Roommate, "You weren't the one who did it, right?" Robinson, I am. I'm sorry.
Okay, so real quick. Like I said, I have a very hard time believing that this person didn't know and that this guy planned this in secret and that all these people who had different, out-of-state plates were coming in and out of their house and no one was interacting with them. And like, oh, the roommate was always just, he was over in his room playing with like his little fairy toys and, his little Peter Pan dolls. And I don't know what people do, dude. It's like, hey, what do like 21-year-old trans kids do when they're in their room? I'm like, I don't know, play with dolls. Okay, but I find it very hard to believe, right, that he didn't know. But, this comes off kind of genuine. I am shocked by how idiotic this person is who did the shooting. He's like, oh, I'm trying to hide all this evidence, but, I'm confessing to someone on my normal cell phone. It's like something's not right here,
Roommate, I thought they caught the person. Robinson, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering. Roommate, why? Robinson, why did I do it? Roommate, yeah. Robinson, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence.
Hilarious to think about. You know what you could have done if you were so sick of his hatred is just not watch his stuff or make a decision to watch his stuff and recognize that he was not spreading hatred at all. Okay, so either way, it was like you can either ignore the fact that he exists or pay close attention to the fact that he exists and listen to what he's saying because he's not spreading hate, right? But you also have the opportunity to just ignore him, dude. No one is forcing you to listen to anything that anyone is saying, okay? If you were listening to him and you got so obsessed with a person that you didn't even know, who you clearly had not listened to very much to the point where you started having murderous thoughts that actually manifested in an action that you took that ended someone's life like this, okay? Like, that's on you, okay? That's for all of you people, okay? Anybody who is watching a person, you find yourself so deeply like drowning in your hatred for people, okay? Ask yourself this question. Do you see this person and do you see them in real life? No, I know. Okay. You know how I know that? Because no one feels like that about people in their regular life. It's extraordinarily rare. That kind of hatred. Okay. Which means it's something that you are choosing to engage with. Okay. If it's someone at your work, that's a different thing. But if you're choosing to engage with content that is giving you feelings like that, that's on you. You are doing this to yourself. As soon as you shut it off, it will have no effect on your life at all. Zero. Okay? This is like, it's ridiculous.
Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. Roommate, how long have you been planning this? Robinson, a bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it.
This guy really thought he was going to get away with this, you guys. Like, this kid really thought he was going to get away with this. Unbelievable.
Robinson again. I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got to my vehicle. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle.
How insane is that, dude? Like, when we went through this on me and Gabrielle's show, and I stopped it and just died laughing. I'm like, this dude's worried about what his dad's gonna do if he lost his grandpa's rifle. Dude, you just committed capital murder on one of the most famous political figures in the world. You know, geez, what's going to happen if my dad finds out I stole grandpa's gun? Oh my God. You're like, I don't know. Is it going to be worse than the lethal injection? You know, is it going to be worse than getting put in solitary confinement until you die? Okay. Like, I don't think daddy's going to be, going to have repercussions that could possibly rival what is inevitably going to be your future anyway. Idiot.
IDEK if it's had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. I worry about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits. Didn't have the ability or time to bring it with. I might have to abandon it and
I worry about prints. He's all, yeah, I thought of everything. I thought of everything except for gloves. I thought of everything except gloves and or something to wipe it down with. I just, I have never heard of forensics using fingerprints to catch people who commit crimes. I don't know. And a rifle that would match the ballistics on the murder that just happened like a half a block away. I wonder if they would check it for fingerprints and then see where that person was the day of the murder. I don't know. I think it's a perfect crime, though. I'm probably going to get away with this.
Hope they don't find prints. How the F will I explain losing it to my old man?
How will I explain losing it to my old man, dude? He's like back and forth on like, oh, I don't want to get caught for this, but oh my gosh, what if my dad catches me? It's like, they are delusional.
Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The effing messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notice bulge UWU on Fox News, I might have a stroke, all right. I'm going to have to leave it. That really effing sucks.
What? That really sucks. He's like, yeah, you remember how I was engraving the bullets? No questions were asked about why you were engraving bullets. Like the roommate was just like, oh, you're just engraving bullets because that's like something normal that people do. Hey, fascist, catch. This is what I'm saying. Like, this does not, now all of a sudden it's starting to read like, no, I think the roommate knew. Okay. This is one of those things, I don't have any proof that I can point to that the roommate knew aside from just common sense. This is a pretty elaborate conversation, though, to throw them off the scent and make sure that the roommate did not get caught. But this is just weird. And like, oh my God, I wrote all this stuff on the bullets. And oh my God, if I see Fox News talking about it, I'm just going to die. It's like, dude, what? You're not in a video game. This is real life, dude. You just murdered a father, a husband, and one of the most popular right-wing conservative podcasters / activists in the world. Okay. It's like,
judging from today, I'd say Grandpa's gun does just fine. IDK. I think that was a $2K scope.
I didn't get that far in the last one, actually. We stopped it right before the messages. That pisses me off. Obviously. Well, I guess Grandpa's gun works fine. He's like, I just successfully killed Charlie Kirk with it. It's easy to get lost in marveling at how retarded these guys are and then forget what we're actually talking about. And then you get brought back to that and it's like, man,
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Robinson again, delete this exchange. Again, Robinson, my dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle, and it is very unique. He's calling me, RN, not answering. Robinson, since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA. Robinson, I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. Again, you are all I worry about, love. That came from Robinson. Roommate, I'm much more worried about you.
Yeah, I would say so.
Robinson, don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. If any police ask you questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent.
That is just unfucking believable, dude. Unbelievable, dude. Can you imagine being that father? You know? Like, he's one of us. I'm pretty sure he's police. Like, I'm pretty sure the father is police. Can you imagine being that dad and then seeing, you know, you see that picture of the guy who comes out, you're like, that kind of looks like, no way. You know, you already know you kind of lost your kid. You know, he's living with a trans kid and it's like, oh, like Charlie KIRK'S, or whatever. And then you already get, you know, you have instincts. He's a police officer, dude. You got like instincts like this is not like looking good. And then boom, you see a guy who looks like your kid on that screen. You're going to know if it's your kid. You can recognize your kid anywhere. And then it's like, oh, here's this rifle. That looks like my father's rifle. Hey, where's that rifle? Can you fucking imagine what that must have been like? I feel for that guy, man. I really, really feel for that guy. I got like, and no one should have any issue with this guy's family. You know, like no one's really talked about that. I mean, I understand the left, of course, is going to have an issue with him because they're right-wing Republicans. So of course they, created a murderer. No, they did not create a murderer. Okay. Because he wasn't murdering people when he was living, according to conservative values, right? Like he got radicalized online and then turned into this psychopath. I really feel for them, dude. That's gotta be, like, how do you operate in your own community? Like those communities, those Mormon conservative communities are super tight knit. Like how are they supposed to operate in there now? You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know the ins of it well enough to know what that's going to be like on the inside. I've seen it from the outside. I lived in Utah for a year, had a lot of contact with Mormon families, and they're very tight knit. They have a really impressive culture, like in terms of like family value. I've never seen a group who had more kind of strong family values than that group. So this is going to be rough. When they go wrong over there, though, my God, they seem to go off the deep end. But now we're going to look at the FBI hunting the 20 Discord users. So this is going to be fun. Real quick, though, because I haven't been doing any ads for the last week, I owe my advertisers ads, and PrizePicks is one of them. They are an incredible, incredible partner that is completely aligned with us culturally. So check them out real quick, and then we're going to get into these messages. It's NFL time, and that means it's time for you to join PrizePicks. I don't understand. What's daily fantasy? I'll explain that later. What you need to know right this second is that if you deposit $5 and put it in play, they will guarantee give you a free $50 regardless of whether or not you win with that $5 entry fee. Wait, I deposit $5 and I get $50 back regardless of whether I win. Yes, that's correct. So that'd be a 10x return guaranteed. Yeah, that's correct. So who wouldn't do that? I don't know, man. You tell me. Everybody is doing it. So tell us what else we get aside from $50 free. Well, you get to play the best daily fantasy game on the entire internet. Talk to me like a child and explain to me how to play. PrizePicks could not make this game more simple. You're going to pick which sport you want to play, and then you're going to start picking players that you're going to add to your roster. Then we're going to decide whether they're going to get more or less than the stat line provided by PrizePicks. We're going Shedeur Sanders, and we're going more because we are eternal optimists. Let's say you want to start small and you put $5 in play on your first roster. You can win up to $187.50. But if you're a big baller and you want to put, let's say, $50 in play, you can win up to $1,875. But let's say you are a big wallet gangster and you want to put $500 into a single roster. You can win up to $18,750 if all of your players deliver. Now, we also got some new features coming in with this new football season, and you're going to be able to play the same player up to 3 times with 3 different stat lines if you want. It's already live on Major League Baseball and WNBA. When you go to Prize Picks, you use the link in the description and you sign up and you use promo code JesseOnFire, you are going to get a free $50 once you put $5 in play. Use the link in the description, sign up using promo code JesseOnFire, put in $5 in play, and get your free $50 back. That's a 10x return. You are welcome. I love all of you guys. Let's go. All right, so let's move on to the messages, and we're going to dive into that. All right, so Kash Patel confirmed that the FBI is investigating a lot more than 20 users who were included in an online chat room with alleged Charlie Kirk assassin. The FBI director vowed during this that they are running them all down. It was leaked last week that Tyler Robinson, 22, was involved in the Discord group chat that allegedly included messages plotting Kirk's murder ahead of the attack on Utah Valley University campus on September 10th, 2025. Discord, a popular messaging platform among its users, among gamers, disputes these claims and insists its platform was not used for discussing the attack beforehand. Sure. Okay? Sure. And Kash Patel says that his agency is investigating and interrogating dozens associated with that group chat. He is credited with his social media transparency with now having the alleged killer in custody. Okay? So here, again, Patriot Act. Okay? Patriot Act is why they're allowed to do that, right? And so, they're all going to get got. I mean, we talked about this. The guys, the dude cheering, you think he didn't know? You think he wasn't in that group chat? You think he wasn't one of these people with the out-of-state plates? The guy who asked the question, could you talk to me about what you think about transgender shooters? Bang. Oh, that's a coincidence? That's a coincidence. That's not pre-planned. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Okay? Those guys are going to go down. Okay, they're going to go down. And let me show you something else. Okay, real quick. Let me just show you something real quick, right? So here's Destiny, a clip of Destiny talking about this, and then I'm going to show you a different clip of Destiny. So here's Destiny talking about the shootings on Pierce Morgan, and then I want to show you something else.
Of her at the coffin side, why do you think that constitutes turning down the temperature?
You can't turn down the temperature on your own. The president of the United States is not able.
You're mocking his widow.
Already inflamed.
You're mocking his widow.
About? We've had multiple political assassinations over the past year. What do you mean it's turning up the temperature?
Why did you mock his widow?
Online because
why did you mock his widow?
Because she's being used as a political weapon right now
wow.
for conservatives to continue. What do you mean?
Like he makes fun of Charlie Kirk's widow, and then people are like, "What's wrong with you?" And he's like, well, you can't turn down the temperature on your own, right? It's already inflamed. And you're like, dude, what, like, do you really like believe the things that you're saying? Like, you really like this is you're stating that your goal is to turn down the temperature, and the way that you are contributing to said goal is by mocking Charlie Kirk's widow, whose husband and the father of her children just got murdered in front of the entire world.
Wow, she's literally doing
her husband just got murdered
on email. Yeah, and she's using it to drive up recruitment for
and
a
you can't even condemn the murder. You won't condemn it.
Can't even tell his side.
You're
to
so
turn the
deranged
down.
about Trump that you cannot condemn the murder because you're waiting for Donald Trump to say something.
Off of it.
All right, let me bring in Jack. Let me bring in Jack Posobiec. I gotta say,
there's still no answer to that question, Pierce.
Why does Pierce have him on? Pierce Morgan, why do you have him on? Why do you give him airtime? Like, I mean, I understand, like, it drives ratings or whatever, it drives views, but, like, why? Honestly, like, he is the only person who mocks, like, I know he does it on purpose. Like, let me just say this, dude. I really can't tell whether he is a genuine, like, militant, like, maniac, or if he is playing a part because he knows that it gets him a lot of attention and this is, like, his business model. I can't tell.
Can't say,
which question?
Why can't Donald Trump simply go on TV and say we all need to turn it down?
Fine.
Like Biden could, like Obama could,
Fine.
like the Clintons could, like Kamala could. Why not?
Why can't you condemn the murder of Charlie Kirk?
It's unbelievable. I'm not the president of the United States.
Why can't you condemn the murder of Charlie Kirk?
Unbelievable to me.
Why can't you condemn the murder of Charlie Kirk?
Because it wasn't my side that caused it. It should be
Yes,
the
it
one that
was.
is driving up
It
the
actually
rhetoric.
was your side that caused it. It was your side.
This guy was raised in a white Christian
He was a
household,
radicalized
in a Christian
leftist
state.
ideology.
He wasn't radicalized by leftism at all. You have no proof of that whatsoever.
That's what
Just
the
like
investigators
the one that killed
are
Melissa
saying.
was a conservative, just like the people that firebombed Shapiro's house was a conservative, just like all the J6ers were conservatives, just like the Proud Boys were conservatives. Every single one of these people. Oh, it's Jack Versobek. What, the author of Unhuman? Another person that Charlie supported? Good one, dude.
Here, let me pose a question to you guys. Since we now know that there was an entire group of people on Discord who were involved in planning this thing, let's revisit this video that someone sent me the day of the Charlie Kirk shooting, and let's see if Destiny's behavior, I don't know, seems off to anybody in this exchange where someone says, we're fucked. Oh my God, we're fucked. As if maybe they were in a chat room where this was discussed and then it actually happened, but Destiny cut them off so that they weren't able to get the whole thought out. Let's just see.
This is, did you see what happened?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like, dude, Charlie's gonna be fucking dead.
I'm pretty sure he's already dead. Yeah.
Dude, we're fucked. We are so fucked.
By we, you mean we as a country right now, the United States and the current.
Like that, the party, but like mostly
Also,
like.
yes,
like
wait.
probably
I think that we're super fucked. I agree. Hold on, wait. I'll text you on Discord. I just don't want to say anything crazy. It's gonna ruin our shit. Hold on. Okay, I just want to be. I can be.
Yeah. So I don't know, dude. What do you think he was so worried about them saying? I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just saying, you know, might be something I was looking into if it was me who was doing the investigations. You know, at least do the due diligence to cross them off the list, right? And then I also wanted to show you guys this. So this is actually really funny because if you guys saw. Crystal Ball has been, you know, Crystal Ball and Kyle Kalinske. There's one of their big key topics they've been discussing is how the right is now facilitating cancel culture, you know, because they are calling out people who are like celebrating Charlie Kirk's death and then getting them fired, right? And so it was like they're like, it's unbelievable. They're trying to police speech, and like I thought they're the free speech people. It's like no one said that you could say whatever you want without getting fired. Okay. You understand free speech is the government, right? Free speech is the government. Okay. We're not, you want to know what none of us are advocating for is people getting banned off of social media. Okay. No one's doing that. No one's trying to ban people off social media. We're trying to call their employers if they've said something repulsive and being like, you want your brand associated with this person, you know? All you have to do is not celebrate someone's death. Honestly, what Destiny did right there, I mean, aside from the social media post, but just like his conversation with Piers Morgan, that would not rise to the level where I would be like calling a person's employer, like at all. That wouldn't be. I would just be like, okay, the guy's an asshole. You know, like I would just be like, the guy's being an asshole. But when people are straight up celebrating the deaths. Now, his ex posts, like I haven't looked at all of them. I intentionally avoided his because I knew he does it on purpose to try to set people like me off. And so I didn't look. But the people who were making videos are all, ha, ha, Charlie's dead. Fuck Charlie. It's like, fuck your job, dog. You know? But watch it. So this is their big platform. And then this is an old clip of them when the shoe was on the other foot.
You know, I don't know how many of you guys watched the Jubilee episode with Mehdi, where you see these guys who come out and just be like, yeah, I'm a fascist. Dude who got ultimately fired from his job. Good. Dude who got ultimately fired from his job. Good. Dude who got ultimately fired from his job. Good.
I mean, we need to bring back shame. We need to bring back shame. We need to bring back bullying. We need to bring back ass whoopings. We need to bring back ass whoopings.
Hey, Kyle, I've talked a lot of shit about you in the last week. Why don't you come whip my ass, dude? Oh, man. That's fun. Come on, Kyle. Let's see it. Start beating us up. Start beating up the conservatives, dude. It's like look at his fucking outfit, dude. Okay? Like, look at his outfit. And he's like, we need to start kicking ass again. Okay? Listen, I was rough and tumble when I was in high school. I beat the shit out of some guy on the school bus. You know? I'm tough. I'm going to start dishing out ass kickings again. Oh, is that right, dude? Is that what you're going to do? You know? Is that what you practice on the weekends or on the weekdays? You're a trained fighter, right? Like, you know, because you're going to be allocating ass whippings. Like, I assume that you must be trained as a fighter, right? Because it'd be pretty ludicrous for you to say a thing like that just in general if you don't know how to fight. Like, you know how to fight, right? Right? Come get it, dude. Or like, come give it. Okay? I want Kyle Kalinske to beat me up. I really do. I actually might, I might throw that fight just because I think it would be so funny, dude. I'm down, actually. I'm actually down. And not down to, like, fight. Like, I'm not saying, like, oh, I'll beat up Kyle Kalinske. I am down to allow him to beat me up because I think it would be so funny. Okay? Like, you know how you let your cousin, like, your little cousins, like, beat you up and you're like, stop it. Don't. And you, like, you know, you just give them enough resistance that they're able to, like, overcome you and just, like, beat you up, dude. Like, I think a video of Kyle Kalinske doing his best to beat me up while I very softly resist would be the funniest fucking thing ever. I'm completely down to go viral getting fake beat up by Kyle Kalinske. He has to wear that outfit, though. Okay? He has to wear that outfit. All right? He has to wear that outfit. I'll go, yeah. I'll wear this. I'll wear this. He wears that. And I'll turtle up. Stop it, Kyle. Please stop it. Oh, wow. Jeez. Stop. You are so tough, Kyle. Oh, my gosh. God. Crystal's so turned on right now. She's all, fuck, that was so animal of you, Kyle Kalinske. You beat the shit out of Jesse on Fire. You beat his ass. I don't think he's going to be talking trash ever again about us. It's like, maybe. I mean, maybe Kyle makes me respect him with his ruthless fighting style. You know?
We need to bring back ass whoopings. We need to bring back, when somebody crosses a bright red line society, they need to fucking know that they crossed that bright red line society. So when this motherfucker got fired, the answer is fuck yeah. Get fired. Get fucked. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you. We're done with you. It's over. We're gonna fucking bully you. Get back in the closet. You deserve a fucking ass whooping.
Oh, scary. That is scary. Please, Kyle. Don't bully us. Don't beat us up. Jeez, that is terrifying. No. Listen, nothing scares me like a bleached head and a sport coat, you know? These Democrats and their sport coats and bleached hair, I don't know what I'm going to do if I get face down with a few of them. You know, even one of them, I might be so scared I freeze. You know? He is terrifying. Kyle, please stop bullying us. Please. Oh, that's fucking gold, dude.